friends. Now, welcome to the next lecture on variables in Python. Now, variable is needed in all programming language, and basically they provide data to the computer for processing. Now, what is variable? So, a variable is a reserved memory location in which a value can be stored, and these variables help in processing. Now, how they help in processing? They provide data on which operations can be performed. So in other words, I can say variables are nothing but a type of memory container which stores data. Fine. Let's see how I can create variable, process it and use the variable in Python. So Python does not have any specific command for declaring a variable. Now take an example of C, C++, Java. Those have commands to declare variable like int, float, char, double, string, char, bool and so on. But in Python there is no such commands. So that makes Python again one easy language. So in Python a variable is created the moment you first assign a value to it. Now suppose I am writing a equal to 100, then a variable is created. Its memory location is assigned to it and the value is stored in that particular variable. So it's that easy. And since variable get their data type at runtime, Python is also called as dynamically typed language. Now in Python, variable do not need to be declared with any particular type, and even we can change their type after it has been set. So that is one of the nice part of Python. So that if initially we have designed a value as integer, and then afterwards same variable can be used as float, or same variable can be used to store a string data, which we cannot do in other programming language. Now, how to declare a variable names? So I have to follow some rules like other programming language also. But remember that variable name should be small and should be more descriptive. Generally avoid using variables as A, B, C, D. For practice it is okay, but for writing a big programs you should have more descriptive and meaningful variables like name, age, gender, volume, simple interest, units, bills, etc. Now, what are the rules to declare a variable in Python? Now, a variable name should start with either a character or an underscore. First thing. Second, it cannot start with number. Means always a variable should start with a character. Number can follow the character, but you cannot use number in starting. Third one is the variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores. Means A to Z, 0 to 9 and underscore. No special characters are allowed in variable declaration. And then the last one is the variables are case sensitive in Python. Case sensitive means if I am writing age as AGE, comma, full capital AGE or A capital GE small, all will be treated as different variables. So I hope this much is clear regarding the variables. So let's see a demonstration for the variable. So I'll start my Python IDE. Now here I'm writing num equal to 100. So the variable is declared. The moment I write num and press enter, it will give me 100 because 100 is assigned to num. Now if I'm typing its class of which class the variable is. Let's see what result I'm getting. So type is a command to find out the class of that particular variable. See, I'm getting int. Now since the value initialized was 100, I'm getting it as int. Now let's say I'm taking percentage equals to 80.5. If I write percentage, so it is printing 80.5. Now let's see what is the class of this particular variable, or what type of this variable is. So I'll write type and I'll write percentage. I've told you this is interactive shell. So you can see here, the moment I'm typing the command, what should be the further things is already displayed here. So this makes a Python shell more interactive and more easy to use. So I'm writing percentage and pressing enter. So it is giving me float. And now I'm writing the next variable as name. So I'm writing Manoj. Enter. Now I'm printing name. See, it is giving Manoj. And again we'll see type of it. So if I'm writing type string, I'll write type name and enter. So it is defining as string. So you can see that I've not used anywhere any command to declare the type of variable. I'm just typing the variable and assigning the value. Now very much nice thing of Python, that suppose if I'm writing num equal to 200 and num1 equal to 200. So in other programming language this will be declared as two different variables. But see what is the nice thing of Python. Let's see what happens when I print its memory address. So I'm writing 200. So I'm printing the ID of num. So it is giving me 4039944L. Even I'll print ID of num1. See, ID of num and num1 both are same. Means when the values are same for multiple variables in Python, Python will declare only once. That is a nice and beautiful part of Python. And in this way also a nice memory management is done. Now I'm declaring num1 equal to 200. Num1 equal to 300. Now num1 and num both have different data. So I'll write again ID of num. So it is giving me the same previous ID. Whereas now if I'm printing ID of num1, just see the ID has changed. So same data, multiple variables will have same ID. That is the nice thing of Python. So I hope it is clear. Now the next part, that I can use same variable for multiple data. Means I can even change the data type, or I can change the data which is stored in the variable and its data type is automatically changed. So let's see that. So here again I am writing a variable, let's say num. Now instead of num I'll take a variable called as data equal to 2020. Now I'll just print data. So it is printing 2020, and now I'll print the type of data. So it is printing integer. So it's a whole number, that's why it is printing integer. Now what I'll do, I will change the data which is stored in this variable. So data equal to 2020.5. So again now I'm printing data, the value has changed. Now let's see what happens when I change the type. So if I'm writing type of data, see the previously it was integer which has now changed to float. Means same variable, now its data type is changed just by changing the data. Now let's say I am putting this equal to COVID. Enter. Now see, previously I have defined string in single quotes, and now I'm defining the string in double quotes. So in Python you can define single quotes, double quotes, okay, string in single quotes as well as string in double quotes. Now let's say I'm printing data. Fine, I got COVID. Now I'll say type of it. Type of data. Now see, it has changed to string. So that is again the nice part of the Python. So same variable can be used with multiple data types, which is not possible in other programming language. Now let's see something more about variables, which makes Python different from the other programming language. Now in Python, multiple assignment is possible, which is also possible in C, C++ and Java, where I can write a same value for multiple variables. Now how I can declare, let's say num1 equal to num2 equal to num3 equal to 500. So num1 will get 500, num2 will get 500 and num3 will also get 500. But in other programming language they will be declared as 3 variable, but in Python they will be declared as variable with same ID. Already I have explained you. So here when I declare num1 equal to num2 equal to num3 equal to 500, an integer object is created with the value 500, and these 3 variables are assigned to the same memory location. That is the important part, and I can find that with the help of command called as id. So coming to the next, in Python you can declare multiple objects or variables and assign multiple values to it. Now what is the benefit of it? It will reduce the number of lines or the line of code. So let's see how it is done. Let's say I have a variable called as name, another is age, another is percentage. Now I have to define 3 different values. So let's say 1 string, 1 float and 1 integer. Now in other programming language I have to declare this as 3 different variables. So 3 lines will be needed. But the beauty of Python is I can define name, comma, age, comma, percentage. And I can write name as a string in single quotes, comma, a percentage, age as a whole number and a percentage as a floating number. So the first thing is name, so it will assign to name variable. Second is the age, it is assigned to the second variable. And third is percentage, which will be assigned to third variable. So 3 objects will be declared and the 3 values will be assigned. So that is another nice beautiful thing which a Python supports. Now let's see in demonstration how this can be done. So we'll go to the Python ID. Fine, I'll start my Python ID. So this is started here. Now here I'll declare num1 equal to 100, num2 equal to 100 and num3 equal to 100. Now this thing can be done in Python in a single line like this: num1 equal to num2 equal to num3 equal to 100. So I'll change the value here, I'll make it 200. So you can see ID of num1, ID of num2 and ID of num3. See, all the 3 have same IDs. Already I've explained you, but this time the 3 variables are declared in single line. So this is also supported in other languages like C, C++ and Java. But the nice part, the nice feature which Python support is here. Let's have a variable called as name, second is age and third is percentage. Now let's say these 3 different variables is to be assigned with 3 different values. So let's say I'm writing Manoj in first, in second age as 49 and third percentage as 81.5 and press enter. Now see, it is accepted. Now let's say print the values. I'll say name is printing Manoj, age is printing 49 and percentage it's printing 81.5. See, in a single line all the 3 are assigned defined. Means 3 variables with 3 different data types are working very nicely. Now let's see the type of it. So I'll write type name. So it is string. I'm writing type age. So it is int, and I'm writing type percentage. Fine. So it is giving float. So see, in single line, I'm declaring all the 3 variables. I'm getting the different values, and they are converted into different data types. So this was the about variables. So again, summing up, what is variable? Variable is a memory container, or it is a memory location where some value can be stored, and this can be used in processing. So the data in the variable is called as operand, and I process it with some operators, plus, minus, all these are operators. So we'll see details of operators in my another video. So I hope the concept of variable is clear to you, and thank you. Stay safe, stay at home, and my next video is on operators. So stay tuned for my next video. Thank you.